Durjanasya cha sarpasya varam sarpo na durjanaha. Sarpo dashati kale na durjanastu pade pade.
Today we sit with one of the sharpest verses of Chanakya Niti, a teaching about danger and about how badly we misjudge it. Listen to the Sanskrit first. Durjanasya cha sarpasya varam sarpo na durjana. Sarpo dashati kalena durjanastu pade pade. It means, between a wicked person and a serpent, choose the serpent, not the wicked person. For the serpent bites only when its time comes, but the wicked person bites at every single step. Let us open the words one by one. Durjana is built from two pieces. Dur meaning bad or crooked, and Jana, a person, from the root Jan, to be born. So Durjana is the ill-natured one, the person whose character itself is bent. Sarpa, the serpent, comes from the root Srip, which means to creep, to glide. It is actually the same ancient root that gives English the word serpent. The snake is literally named the one who creeps. It approaches low and silent. Varam means better, preferable, and it comes from the root vri, to choose. Chanakya is not making small talk. He is forcing a choice between two evils and telling you which one to pick. Then comes the reasoning. Sarpo dashati kalena. The serpent bites dashati from the root damsh, to sting or pierce. But kalena, by time, in due time, only at its appointed moment. And then the hammer falls. Durjanastu pade pade. But the wicked one bites pade pade, at step upon step. Sanskrit has this beautiful device where you repeat a word to mean each and every. Pade pade, every step, every stage, every single day. You can hear the repetition of injury in the grammar itself. Now, where does this come from? This verse sits in the third chapter of Chanakya Niti, the collected counsel of Chanakya, also called Kautilya, the strategist who lived around the 4th century before the Common Era, who toppled the Nanda dynasty and placed Chandragupta Maurya on the throne. This is not the voice of a dreamy poet. This is a man who survived decades of court intrigue, poisoners and smiling rivals, distilling survival wisdom for students and princes. The problem he is solving is threat assessment. Human beings instinctively fear the dramatic danger, the snake, the fire, the storm, and completely underestimate the familiar one, the malicious companion sitting at our own table. Chanakya is recalibrating our alarm system. And tradition adds a famous gloss. The serpent can at least be pacified with mantra and medicine. For the wicked heart, no herb exists. Now, the deeper meaning. Hidden inside this verse is a piece of mathematics. Harm equals severity multiplied by frequency. The snake bite is severe but rare, kalena, bounded by time. The wicked person's harm is smaller in each instance but unbounded, pade pade, limited only by how close you let them stand. A dramatic poison you survive once, a chronic poison taken daily kills more surely. There is also a moral layer. The snake is actually innocent. It bites from swabhava, its own nature, defensively, without malice, only when provoked or when its moment arrives. You can learn a snake's rules and stay safe forever. But the Durjana bites from a corrupted will. He needs no provocation and he keeps inventing new fangs. Gossip, manipulation, sabotage, the small cutting word. His bites do not break the skin, and that is exactly why your defenses never fire. And notice the word pada. It means step, but also position, stage of life. The wicked one wounds you at every stage of your journey. The deepest teaching hiding here is about proximity. Neither a snake nor a person can harm you from far away. The verse is silently teaching the ancient doctrine of company, that who you allow near you is the single largest input to your fate. The snake you avoid by instinct, the Durjana you invite to dinner. This wisdom echoes across the world. The Dhammapada says, "It is better to walk alone than with a fool." The Stoic teacher Epictetus said, "Keep company only with those who lift you." Aesop told of the farmer who warmed a frozen viper in his coat, only to be bitten. "For it is my nature," said the snake. Modern psychology confirms Chanakya precisely. Research on stress shows that chronic, low-grade stressors, a hostile co-worker, a toxic relationship, do more cumulative damage to the body than single dramatic traumas, because the body is built to recover from the acute, not the constant. Kahneman and Tversky showed we overweight vivid risks and ignore ambient ones, the availability bias, which is exactly the error this verse corrects. And a well-known Harvard Business School study found that removing one toxic worker creates about twice the value of hiring a superstar, because toxicity compounds across every interaction. Pade pade, measured in data. So let this verse question you. First, whose presence do you leave feeling subtly smaller, anxious or drained every single time? Not the person who hurt you once dramatically, but the one who hurts you a little reliably at every step. Second, where are you tolerating chronic harm because each individual bite seems too small to act on? What would a full year of those small bites look like gathered into one pile? And third, the hardest mirror. In whose life might you be the Pade Pade presence? Here is a practice to begin today. Call it the proximity audit. For 7 days after every significant interaction, mark a simple symbol in a note. A plus if you left feeling built up, a 0 if neutral, a minus if you left drained or diminished. Do not judge, just tally. At the end of the week, look for anyone with 3 or more minus marks. That is chronic harm made visible, because no single bite ever crosses your alarm threshold. Only the ledger reveals the pattern. Then respond the way Chanakya would. Increase distance first. Reduce the dosage of exposure. Set boundaries second. And remember that for the Durjana, there is no mantra and no antidote. Distance itself is the antidote. And carry one small habit with you. Whenever you catch yourself fearing something dramatic and vivid, pause and ask, what is my quiet, daily, boring danger? Fear frequency, not spectacle. The serpent bites in its season. But watch with clear and compassionate eyes whatever bites at every step. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
दुर्जनस्य च सर्पस्य वरं सर्पो न दुर्जनः सर्पो दशति काले न दुर्जनस्तु पदे पदे